Hello everybody, thank you for watching my tutorial on how to produce an intro for your track. This is Happy Brad with the BCS team. As you can see here, I have a basic track here with start line, finish line, a little loop, etc, etc. Without putting your own intro in there, you get just the basic flyby that Trackmania gives you that takes you right to the start line. Okay, well, we want to be a little bit more creative than that. So what we're going to do is click on the movie camera and click on the edit intro button, and that takes you to this editing window where you can move the camera around. And the way to do that is you're going to click on this box here, this little square. It's called a track box, and you click on that and you have these things to choose from. Most of these you can't really use, but we're going to start with the camera custom. Okay, it defaults to 3 seconds. I like to make it 10 as a minimum, just because it gives you more time to kind of look around, and a track takes that long anyway to upload when you're online. So you get this little timeline down here. This is now 10 seconds. I clicked on this little line here, which shrunk the 3 seconds over to 10 seconds. So all 10 seconds are on this timeline now. What you're going to do now is click on this little yellow bar here on the left side. That is your beginning point. The style I like to use is to start near the finish line and end by the starting line, if that makes any sense. Basically, you want to move over here somewhere to kind of get a good view of the finish line, and you move around by using your mouse to turn and your arrow keys up, down, left, or right, and that moves you around. You'll get the hang of it, but you got to use your arrow keys and your mouse to kind of float by. And then at the 10-second mark, way over here on the right side, you're going to click on that, and it will move you around to where we started at, and you want to move this in on your start line. And it gets a little fast here, so you gotta be patient with it. So we'll leave it like that. So as it stands right now, if I play this with this arrow here, you'll see a straight line path from the finish line to the start line with a little bit of a twist because I had the camera angle twisted a little bit. Okay, but you'll notice that I kind of go through this this balloon thing, the blue balloon, and we don't want that, so we want to kind of change that a little bit. We're going to move back over to here, and we're going to insert a key, and what I'm going to do is kind of move over between this loop a bit. Okay, so, and you can adjust the height, so like there, and give it a little bit of a twist. So now it goes like that. Oh, it goes real slow because I have it up here at the beginning. You can slide this over, left click, and slide that key over maybe a third of the way, and it will be a more steady pace going through the loop, giving it a slight turn here. We're still going through the balloon a little bit, so we have to fix that one more time. So what we're going to do is insert a second key right about here, and we're going to bring the camera angle over the curve of the track and kind of straighten it out a bit. So now it will look like this, and we'll hit that little angle there, and that's just the basic format of it. And you can play with these keys. You can bring these two keys closer toward the beginning. It will be faster, and then a real slow at the end, because you got all this time to get to the finish line. Alright, but anyways, that's just kind of the things you can do with that. That's a basic intro. Some other things we're going to hit on real quick is text. You just click on that. Now wherever you have your little cursor here is where that's going to pop up, but we want that at the beginning. Alright, and we're going to click on the left side, And this is where we're going to type in our text. So this is going to be called Cool Track. Yeah. And you'll see the text comes up in the middle of the screen, exact center. Now you can right click on this and move it around, and you'll see these numbers over here moving, changing based on where we move it, your position. So you'll become familiar. You can just leave it in the center, and you can see it's not exactly 0, so you kind of have to, if you want it exactly in the center, 0 it out for yourself. You can change the text color. It defaults to white, so we can make it green, make it red, blue, whatever. Alright, so we're going to call it Cool Track. And if you click play, you'll see that that just stays in the middle. Simple enough, and it finally disappears. You can play with these scales over here. X is the width, so let's give it a 3 wide. And let's give this and that's your height, a 2 high. So that makes the text a little bit higher and wider. Because we're only changing the left side, the right side still has 1, 1 for these values. So when you play it, the text is going to shrink. Okay, so you either have to leave it, adjust it, reverse it, whatever you want. You can do other things. If you want to have it rotate, there's a rotation field here. You can do a 180 rotation real quick, like that. You can click on that. You can have that go sailing off up in the sky, so it looks like this. Cool Track off to the side. Very cool. Some other effects that you can do would be motion blur. What I like to do is if there's like a fast transition, it's going to go real fast between these two zones here. So we might want to give it a little bit of a blur, like the camera's moving real fast. So it goes whew. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a little bit of a blur there. There's a camera shake effect. We can adjust the intensity of the shake. Let's give it a 6. And you can see it goes boo, like it hit the bumper or something. Play around with all these different things. You'll see, you know, there's a lot of different variations, a lot of different things you can do with it to kind of make it cool. And that's your intro for your track. Good luck, and tinker with it, play with it. You know, the first one I did was very basic, and you'll get the hang of it. Just play around with all the different features, and if you don't like it, all you have to do is back out, click on the camera again, and click remove, and it will be all gone and start all over. Thank you. Enjoy.